Okay. I'm alive. Wait for everything to marinate. Respect to everybody that's coming in and watching the replay. This is Real Deal Financial. Damn, I didn't misspell the title. But pretty much, I'm just going to have the aspect of asking everybody, when will you think that everything will crumble? When you think everything will crash? This is my honest question to everybody that's listening and also tuning in. When do you think it's going to crash? Open panel. Because I'm literally curious on everybody else's thoughts. Because, bruh, I need people to be able to come up on the panel. I need people to at least to be able to have at least a good opinion when it comes to that. ASAP, I see you. ASAP, I see you. What's up, man? So when it comes to this, man, we're going to look at GA because these hedge funds, they're going to take over GA. And like I said all the time, man, when they take over this shit, I don't want people to be crying because when they take over it, don't act like Real Deal Financial didn't tell you. But let's get on the panel, man. Let's be able to at least see on when you think it's going to crash, what's going on in your area, and how can I be able to provide you a plan to make sure that you can be able to take advantage of the area. Because, boy, in 2022, we about to get our asses whooped with taxes. Like 2022 is going to be like the first thing on the board, that reconciliation where people think they're going to get them $2,000 a month checks, which they're not even talking about $2,000 a month checks. They're talking about this gargantuan infrastructure bill, which I got a plan for you guys to take advantage as well. I told you guys about NEO. I told you guys about situations of Charging Point and also people that are options people to invest in Tesla because, you know, everybody's vice president, Kamala Harris, she got a call option for $900 ending at February 2022. So, you know, people need to be able to get ready to be able to figure out what is their game plan. Because my game plan is just to contact all these motivated sellers that have liens, vacants, code violations, water shutoffs, electricity shutoffs, and to be able to get in good position. But I don't know, man. I guess the economy have to really whip people's asses for people to understand that it could have got a V8. And that's sad when it got to take to the points of complete destruction for people to understand that they could have done better or they should do better right now. But it's not too late. People should focus on these pre-foreclosures and auctions. But if anybody wants to get in contact with me, my email is creditbuilder475@gmail.com. creditbuilder475@gmail.com. My man Lonzo coming up. And y'all need to subscribe to Lonzo, man, because Lonzo be putting y'all on extreme amounts of game and information. And for one thing, I think I like about Lonzo is he get on my ass when need be. Because, you know, even the person that constructs and break down other situations got to be able to understand how to take constructive criticism as well. So I'm going to let my man Lonzo rock out. Lonzo.
Salute. What's going on, big bro? How are you?
Everything is good, man. Everything is lovely. Everything is lovely. But what do you think about this real estate market, man? To the topic. When do you think it's going to crumble? If it crumbles?
Well, it's not going to exactly crumble. Here's what's happening. You're around my age, right? You're encroaching your 40s?
I'm encroaching my 30s.
Oh, shit. So it's even worse for you. It's actually 30s. Better for you. So it's actually better for you. And I'll explain why. So my age range, our parents were able to buy their houses for 11 raspberries.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we got stuck with mortgages called student loan debt. And we then turned around and realized we thought that by the age of 30, if we didn't have it all together, life was over. Let me explain to you something now, brother.
Yes, sir.
Life don't start till you're 40, at least for men. Right?
Facts.
Life don't start till you're 40. I'm learning this now because I'm 37 and I was all like, man, life is over. I'm not where I wanted to be. Da, 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 da. And now I'm looking at things and I'm like, holy shit, stuff's falling into place the way I thought it was when I was encroaching 30. So it's definitely going to be more to the effect of when you're in your 40s, bro. It just is. But in terms of this market crashing, here's what's going to happen. My generation, we're kind of assed out unless we did stuff a few years ago. Your generation is lucky because you guys are catching the back end of the idiocy of my generation, which was we was trying to buy everything for $1 bazillion and think it's going to be worth $10 bazillion, right? Not understanding that the market's going to go up and down, and everything doesn't appreciate is what, and I think that's what you're speaking to when you're saying the market's going to crumble. So
yes,
here's why nobody should ever fear that. Depending on the type of real estate you're investing in, and I didn't forget about that property you sent to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been like I said, I had my anniversary was Wednesday, and I've been in vacation mode since. So I'm just now getting back.
No problem, man.
Okay. But man, y'all are gonna be good, man. Y'all who are approaching your 30s, because y'all actually had us to look at as an example of kind of what not to do. You're not a dead ass, bro. People who are 10, 15 years older than you, right? So guys who are like 40 and 45 when you're encroaching 30, they showed you what not to do, right? Hopefully you were paying attention, but we showed y'all what not to do. We sat there and we balled out on Jay-Z gold chains and nonsense. And when it came time for us to own homes, we was left in the lurch. Now, when it comes time to do things like sign for student loans, like I got family members who are, going to college, right? And their parents are 40, but the kid is 19 to 21, right? Like my brother-in-law, he's 40, his son is 27, right? Encroaching 30. But his son is way better off than he is. Why? Because he did things like say, look, son, ABC, XYZ. But this real estate market, man, it's not going to implode. What will happen, and I can guarantee you this, just like in 2008, there will be an adjustment. Okay. What will happen is you'll have a plethora of single families that get kind of that market correction where people are getting foreclosed and can't afford the property and this, that, and the third, right? So that's like the 2008 market correction. But then you're going to have people like, like yourself who do things like invest in Bitcoin and so on and so forth. I'm not saying you specifically invest in specifically Bitcoin, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And so when you've got the younger generations and you guys are doing things like investing in Bitcoin, buying life insurance earlier, setting up annuity plans, right? And then 20 years goes by and now you're 40, you've got all this liquid cash. So you're like, well, I know what you dolts did older, but here's what we're doing now, right? Seriously, my generation was a bunch of dolts for the most part. We're running around trying about baby mothers and weave. Y'all are running around talking about supply chain, blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, buying real estate. What do you think is more fruitful? Us crying about somebody baby mama and a purple hair weave, or you and your generation talking about, hey, here's what we got going on. We try and make something happen.
Exactly, man. But you see the map, right?
Yes.
This is Planters Ridge Lane, Alpharetta, Georgia, zip code 30004. The hedge fund, they want Alpharetta properties in a range of 187,000 to 415,000 range.
Is
So if we
anything
could get
that
it
inexpensive in Alpharetta?
well, a lot of these pre-foreclosures, yes, we can get them under. Because let me show you the pre-foreclosure, at least this pre-foreclosure list. Hold on. And for all the people that's coming in, man, this is open panel, man. Get the likes up, man. Hit the likes up, man. Come up on the panel.
Fact.
But we got 3 pre-foreclosures.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this live to some people so they can come visit us.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. But yes, 6075 Alderhold Way. That auction passed already.
Okay.
This auction is November 2nd, 2021. And with a townhouse residential, I can actually send this to my man Luis if we could get this locked up under 230 and try to hit him with the aspect of we could do a quick close before your auction date. That would be the best. ASAP, you need to come up on the panel. Hold on, let me, because ASAP got a channel too. Hold on, ASAP, come up on the panel. My beautiful, wonderful Cubanita.
All right, and let me go ahead and share this.
Like I was saying, come up on the panel, open panel for anybody that wants to come up, anybody that's tuning in and listening in. This is open panel. I done knocked myself. Yes, I done knocked myself out. Yes. Unfortunately, I did. But let me say to this for everybody that's coming in. People should at least have the aspect of, okay, homes that are built in 1960 that the hedge fund is willing to buy on, properties that are not in a double yellow line, pretty much anything that's inside a neighborhood, nothing where it's a lot of transient directly on the street. So they don't want a lot of traffic on the street. So that's literally their criteria as well. So pretty much anybody wants to come up on the panel, come up on the link. Sir, come up on the panel. Anybody that wants to come up, join up. My Cash App is Mr. Perfect 23G for anybody that wants to donate. Mr. Perfect 23G. Support your own interests, man. Y'all be getting Cash Apps that be talking about the same gibberish every single week.
Listen, man, you know, in that sphere, man, they be giving Cash Apps to brothers crying together. Oh, she don't love me. Here's $20.
Don't love me. Don't love me. They sound like Tyrese Gibson and shit on the line, man. We can't be doing that. You know,
man, I can't be having this for my young bucks, man. Y'all young gentlemen, y'all have something to look up forward to, man. Just like I said, I had an issue where I sat down with a gentleman who was 59 years old. You know, I'm a financial professional. And I had to sit down with this gentleman at 59 years old, a black man I look up to who's self-employed. And I had to ask him, well, how much money do you make a month? And this black man who's self-employed that I look up to didn't know how much money he made a month. I lost a lot of respect for him. I was like, sir, you don't know how much, you're almost 60 years old. How do you not know how much income you make a month? Yes, you do something illegal. You sell drugs. That's fine. But guess what? El Chapo sold drugs too, and he knew how much he made a month, enough to the tune that he had dudes hiding $80 million of drug money in life insurance. So,
oh wow, he was paying them premiums on time.
Oh funny. Man, listen, he was doing more than paying them premiums on time. You know, and you look at that $80 million of dirty money was basically billions of dollars of clean money. I did the math. It's like $4 billion worth of insurance claims for $80 million. But see, in the hood, we're busy taught the opposite thing, right? You know, I don't want to take this over with insurance, but insurance and real estate actually go hand in hand.
They coincide.
So much so that in the real estate manual, and I'm walking out the house, so I might fall off my Wi-Fi. If I fall off, I'll hop back on.
All right, for sure.
But if you even look at like the real estate exam manual, there's a section specifically about insurance on the real estate exam manual. Now that has to do with property and casualty insurance, which is about indemnification of the property. And I did a live last night that actually spoke to renters becoming quality tenants. I'm also going to recommend that you do this going forward with all of your tenants that you may rent to if you do a buy and hold situation. Besides wholesaling, is that you require your tenants to have renter's insurance. Not a must, not a if, not a maybe. It's a requirement to move into the apartment that they have renter's insurance. And the reason for that is multifold. One, it will protect, believe it or not, it's more for their protection, right? Because what ends up happening is, like, I'll give you an example. My nephew had, him and his baby mother was going through it, and they had a renter's insurance policy. The renter's policy was like $25 a month. And they was going through struggles, and she was about to not pay the renter's insurance. And he was like, girl, here's the little $20. Skip getting your little, nails done this week, and we gonna pay this renter's insurance. Thank God they did. Their apartment burnt down that week.
Wow.
After the apartment burnt down, Red Cross came and gave them the little blankets and sent them on their way. But what their renter's insurance policy did was it kicked in, and it starts paying them. It gave them a debit card with about $600 some odd so they could buy food. And then it gave them 6 months of what's called loss of use. So what? For 6 months while the apartment was being fixed. I walked past the building with Wi-Fi.
Okay, for sure. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Shit, I might have to leave and come back. Did I bounce off?
Nah, man. You straight. You straight.
All right, yeah, but so little things like that are things that can happen, and that's why you want to require renter's insurance. I didn't think apartments require it. Yeah, luxury apartments do require it, but forget the apartments. You should require it yourself, because people don't understand it covers more things than just your stuff. Just like when you're looking at car insurance, it covers more than just your stuff, right? There's something called, that's why they call it limits of liability. So you actually have liability coverage in your renter's policy. So let's assume you have kids, they're outside. You don't own your home, but you live in a neighborhood where there's homeowners, right? So your kid's outside playing baseball, boom, line drive right into Miss Johnson's living room plate glass window. Well, luckily your renter's insurance policy actually has liability coverage, so it'll avoid you having to pay out of pocket for the cost of Miss Johnson's window.
True.
Right? So little stuff like that. And you'd be surprised how many people don't have these type of things. But
true,
yeah,
true. So when it comes to all that, man, get ready. People just need to get ready when it comes to rental insurance in general, because you don't know when you're going to be able to need that. You don't know when it's going to be able to come in handy. You don't know when the scenario of something happens that's pretty much out of your control that you got to be able to hop in. So I found out one of the sellers of the property's name. His name is Eve.
This is the one in New York? Oh, he fell off. Yeah, hopefully you're talking about the property in New York. If so, I actually want to talk to you about that because you may not have to offload it, but we'll talk about some other stuff in terms of that itself, just because it's a little different. What's up, boss? Chilling. What I got for you today? All right, let me get one, please.
You kick out in mid conversation, but let me share my screen and we can look at some more pre-foreclosures real quick. So the townhouse residential, I noticed Atlanta, Georgia is known for these townhouses that look damn near like homes. But the hedge fund, they won't necessarily take it. But Luis Padilla from Cash Now Homes LLC, he'll take it as long as it has rents. Because they said that the rents is $1,900 a month.
Okay. Yeah. See, those are
8%
for single family homes. Well, you're talking about Alpharetta. So Alpharetta, I know, is an expensive area of Georgia. That's where you're gonna have like your players and stuff from the Hawks and the Falcons and the sports teams, the Braves.
Yeah,
they're gonna live in Alpharetta, Norcross, places like that. And in those places, they can definitely afford way more higher rents, because $1,900 a month in Georgia is expensive, right? I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, fully amenity apartment in Georgia, and this was in 2006, but I was only paying $800.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it's definitely, $1,900.
So they bought it for $146,000.
Damn, that's cheap.
They bought it for $146,000 in 2004. They got a $30,000 balance mortgage, but somehow this way is on the pre-foreclosures list. So I will have to be able to get a skip tracer or unless I can be able to find. Wait a minute, their bankruptcy details is right here. Hold on. They didn't file for bankruptcy. Okay, so that's the discharge date. I need you to.
It's so much easier to look up properties in New York. Like this app that you're using, I had no clue of it because what I use in New York is a lot easier. They have all public. New York City, only the 5 boroughs. If you go outside of New York City, they have the same system. But inside of New York City, the real estate system is so much easier. So much easier.
Man, that's salute to everybody that's coming in. This is an open panel. Click on the link. But the discharge date is August 4th, 2021. It's recording date March 2nd, 2017. Original chapter 13. So they filed chapter 13.
So they filed bankruptcy.
Yes, sir.
Well, chapter a lot 13 of houses bankruptcy. Are probably in pre-foreclosure right now due to COVID.
Yes.
So you got a lot of
pretty
people.
Much
Go ahead. Sorry.
Pretty much it's asset involved. So this is literally asset involved. The case number is right here. And bankruptcy discharge, chapter 13. But like you were saying, my apologies.
No, I was just saying, the moratorium and everything on the mortgages hurt people a lot. And even the moratorium on rents, it hurt people a lot. A lot of the property managers know they didn't get hurt, but your mom and pop who own a property got hurt.
Yep.
So,
Joan Williams, the land value is $12,000. The total assessed of the property is $78,000. Tax amount is $1,400 in 2020.
Yeah. What's up, guys? What's going on, bro? I'm doing well. How are you? All right. What's up, youngin? Exactly. What's up, youngin? Hello?
But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
here. I'm outside with some of my people from the All-Star lineup.
no, no problem, man. But this is the taxes in
Okay.
2019, $246. Then it jumped to $1,400. Then 1,485.
That's low taxes.
That's property tax right there.
And that's low. So probably what happened while they're in foreclosure, a lot of people get stuck in the property taxes. So what ends up happening is they may have paid the house off, right? But they didn't pay the property taxes. So usually those are tax liens. But you can go into foreclosure for tax liens too. So, that's kind of crazy type stuff. Wow, Real Deal fell off again. The internet streets trying to get us, huh? But definitely, as I was saying, part of homeownership is really vetting. And, if you're going to do wholesaling, that's cool. But if you do deal with a realtor, make sure that actually I'm going to do a show on that later on, explaining the type of documentation that you're supposed to sign with a realtor. Because you can actually sign a document showing that they solely represent you, they solely represent the seller, they represent both, they represent neither. And so there's actually a few situations where you can do so. And it's pretty incredible, to be quite honest, when you find out that 98% of people who buy homes only deal with the seller's agent, which is what ends up having people feel like they got screwed when they purchased real estate. And this is why people say, oh, I don't want to deal with a realtor. Here's the problem. When you cut out that realtor, say you save yourself $11,000 in commission, you're also going to miss out on $20,000 in profit. So you basically lost yourself $9,000 trying not to pay $11,000 to a realtor. But there's ways you can go around it. You don't need a real estate agent. What you can do is educate yourself and learn about the laws, the rules, the regulations. Number one, you never make an offer on if you're going to make an offer on a property and it's accepted, you never move forward until you have it inspected. So you put the offer in, and it's always a condition dependent on inspection. So that offer is always depending on the inspection. And the inspection can change the price drastically. I had a young lady who I know here in Connecticut who bought a house. The house was offered at $180,000 right of first refusal. The young lady ended up paying $220,000, but then found out that there was black mold in the attic. She has all this stuff she has to take care of. She didn't get an inspection, and because she didn't get an inspection, she paid. Well, first of all, she paid $60,000 over what the price the property was worth to begin with. It was only worth $160,000. She paid $220,000 because the emotion, and she didn't get it inspected because a lot of money should have been taken off due to what wasn't inspected. You back, brother?
Yep.
So yeah, I was just saying, the young lady ended up paying $220,000 for a house that was worth $160,000 that was actually worth less because of the condition it was in. So I was explaining that you don't need a real estate agent, but if you are going to purchase a house, it's good to use a realtor, but you want to make sure that you use a buyer's agent. If you're not going to use an agent at all, you want to make sure to protect yourself in every area that you can. So you make sure to choose your own real estate attorney and make sure to choose your own title closing company and choose your own inspector. And those things will help, to get you in the most favorable position when buying real estate.
Gotcha. A lot of people always have these stories of they remember their family getting done in by a appraiser saying that the property's worth $110 when it's really worth $250. So,
all right.
That's where proper due diligence matters. Salute to you, Miss Sheila. Thank you, Miss Sheila. For the people that's coming up, this is an open panel. My Cash App is Mr. Perfect 23G. My email for consultations, credit repair is creditbuilder475@gmail.com. Please like the video and please share. Please share. Sharing is caring. So let's share my screen so I can get back to the visuals of what we need to be able to analyze, because Alpharetta, yes, it's extremely expensive, but these pre-foreclosures, a lot of the times, if you can catch them before the auction date, a lot of the times they'll be willing to be able to sell for a discount or a slight discount.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm trying to be able to be opportunistic. Matter of fact, let's go to New York. Hold on, let me stop playing because this higher equities in New York. Now I know what you mean about stop going to Middle America.
Yeah, I don't bother with Middle America. I do New York. If I do any real estate, I do is in New York City.
Now I know what you mean, man. Higher equities, but we in Queens Village now. So there's 215 MLSs. There's 160 pre-foreclosures. There's 22 bank owns.
Check out the bank owns, the REOs.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. 9907 16th Street, Queens Village.
What's up, boss? All right.
2184 610th Ave. Sales price at 600,000.
Let's look at this one. 21538 112th Ave. Actually, no. Let's look at Franny Lewis Boulevard.
Oh shit!
I'm
my
sorry.
bad. Francis Lewis.
On the Franny Lou. Wow, that's dirt cheap. That means that property needs some serious work.
381. Duplex. It's a do. 381. Okay. So this is. Oh shit! The comps is 741, and it only take 43 days to leave. What?
Well, this is a bank-owned property. So bank-owned properties are properties that are already foreclosed on. They're sitting there vacant, and the bank wants to get rid of it because the bank doesn't want to have that liability of a property, right? They don't want to own property. They want the money. So owning the property is a liability for the bank, and that's why they have foreclosure lists of what's called REOs, bank-owned property, that you can get for pennies on the dollar. Now, generally, go ahead.
See, I usually don't touch bank-owned properties due to the fact that it ain't my forte specifically. I try to catch them on the pre-foreclosure list.
Yeah,
like you're saying.
So what you're going to do is you're going to stop looking at regular foreclosures or pre-foreclosures if you want to make it make sense for your hedge fund. What you're going to do is you're going to start looking at REOs if you wanted to make it make sense for your hedge fund.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm kind of telling you, I'm playing English. That's what you need to do because that's what you need to do. When you're looking at hedge funds, if it's owned by the bank, then they know there's going to be no bidding, right? Now they might have a bidding war against other investors, but they're not going to have to deal with the convoluted nonsense of the emotional seller because it's the bank, right? So there's not going to be that emotion of, well, you know, I saw my baby grow up and take his first steps in this house. This house is worth millions of dollars because to me, we have all these memories. No, listen, I don't care about your Uncle Joe. Okay. And I don't care about your baby's first steps because I'm not related to you. So that type of stuff doesn't affect me. What affects me is the bottom line and this property. So again, those hedge funds are going to love the fact that you're looking at solely bank owned. and they're going to understand that they got to come and make serious moves, because the only people who are moving on REOs are people who have the money. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Now, this has a failed expired listing March 24th, 2020 for
So they tried to sell it.
Yes.
And they listed it for $350K. 360K, basically. 349.9. Right?
Yes, sir.
And man, that's dirt cheap. Let me see. I gotta go grab my laptop. I think, ironically enough, back in 2017, I might have tried to buy this property. Can you see if it was listed in 2017?
Okay. Hold up. Okay.
Yeah, if you just check the listings, it'll tell you.
2017, 2018.
Nope.
Yeah, it only goes back that date.
2018. Okay, and that was the price adjustment.
Yep. And it was pulled off the market in 2021 as well when they tried to sell it for $400,000.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what is going on with this property though? Let me.
Well, Franny Lou is not the best section of Queens.
Okay.
So, Franny Lou is more where you're going to get low income, right? But the beauty of low income, and especially in New York, is that everything rents. So it almost doesn't matter the condition of the property. And that's actually in pretty good condition looking at it. The exterior needs a lot of work. You're going to have to redo that roof, but the interior looks pretty good. Just from looking at the picture, I can tell you're going to have to redo that roof.
Bruh. But yes, these are the photos. Yes, 9919. Yes. Damn. But the Zillow say 540, the Zestimate.
Mm-hmm. So that's another thing. You have to be careful when you're looking at Zillow, Realtor, and Trulia. Those websites generally, when it's an off-market property and they give you the Zestimate, their Zestimate is based on the property being new.
Gotcha.
So everything was renovated as of today. So this is, again, why your hedge fund managers don't like to deal with residential real estate or somebody who owns it. They'll prefer you to get those REOs, because when they're bank-owned properties, you're not going to have somebody who goes on Google, looks at how much Zillow says their house is worth, and then says, well, Zillow says my house is worth $600,000, so that's what you're going to pay. And they don't understand that Zillow's looking at your house as if it was built today, October 17th, 2021. That's why it's priced at $589. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. But no. This is, sorry about that. I said 9919. It's 9927. It's in the same block.
Okay.
It's in the same block area, but yeah, these are the photos. Outside, inside.
That's funny. I ironically enough was going to buy a property on Franny Lou. In fact, hold on. Let me see if I could find my YouTube video of a specific property, and then I'll just I'll share it in the back chat so you can pull it up.
Well, actually, I'll share your screen because, to be honest, YouTube and StreamYard is being good to me right now because I don't see how I'm not glitching hard. So I'll just share your screen. But here's the stream view.
I don't know if you can share it from my phone.
Oh, damn.
I'll hop on my laptop. That's not a big deal.
All right.
I actually enjoy this. You're helping me here. And also, I have stumbled upon an opportunity where I just bought a list of leads. I just bought 5,000 leads in the state of New York for a
Jesus.
very good price. As you know, leads aren't cheap. They're usually a couple of $100 to a couple of thousand.
Yeah, man, them things is expensive, bruh. Hell no, that shit ain't cheap. My figure said just for a minimum expense, hell. Then my sound is messing up. Hold on. Hold on. Is my sound messing up? Hello, 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 hello. Rashid.
Yeah, I'm in the back. Yeah, I'm in the back.
What's
going on, man?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I was listening to y'all, everything. And what Alonzo was talking about, man, and getting that in inspector, man, that's like a big key. A lot of people don't realize that in buying houses. You know, you can, like, now people are buying houses unseen. I told you I used to work in the moving industry, man. This guy, he bought a house. I'm talking about the perfect house. It was a steel, granite countertops, everything. I'm talking about like the tub shower combo was nice. I'm talking about just the glass cabinets, the ones that have the glass panels on there, real nice. Stoves, everything was updated, all that. He bought it online, had a real estate agent go over there and look at it. And just like you said, it was the seller's agent. I'm talking about immaculate house. But this the thing. He even did an inspection on it. But guess what happened? The guy was so intense to selling the house to him because he didn't deal with, his own realtor, didn't try to do anything else. Kind of found out. Got there for the first time when we pulled up. It was a house for a midget. Everything looked good, but it was just all short. Like literally, it was funny to crap, man. I mean, dude spent hella money on this house. I mean, I think it was like $220, and it was a steal in the area in Illinois. It was a steal in that area. All the other houses going for $380, and I'm talking about it had all the amenities, even had a pool, everything, but it was made for a midget. Yep, little toilets and everything, man. I'm talking about little toilets, cabinets, and this dude was 6'4" or 6'5" or whatever. All the cabinets came up to his like knees, like he had to bend over. He was so mad with the real estate agent. It's like nothing he could do. Like, what can you do?
Yeah.
He signed the paperwork, everything.
Oh man.
Yep.
That's rough. So actually, real deal, I'm gonna tell you what. Pull up this address in New York for me,
all right,
because I want to see if this property is even still on the market. And then, while I'm at it, I'm gonna come on from my laptop.
All right, for sure. Okay.
Let's see here. If I can go, there's the StreamYard link. All right, I'm gonna drop off from here and come up on my phone, on my laptop.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got some listings. I've got 2 of them now that I found. And one of them is pretty decent deal. I'm gonna let you know about it.
All right, for sure, man. Yeah. The more you help me, the more we can cash out the quickest, baby.
Yeah.
Well, we can cash out the quickest, and for all the people that's coming up, man, this is an open panel.
And open panel. These two in Brookhaven area.
Brookhaven.
right around the corner from that property that I told you about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
one
gonna
of them actually is some land. They trying to get a good deal on it because it's actually it's I think it's about 4 acres or so, but it's got like a small house on it. I mean, you could easily tear that down, build some town. It all, like I said, with them, you gotta watch it. Like whoever gets it, they gotta understand that the zoning over there, because that the guy that I had that 4 units, he wanted to do the same thing, but in that area for zoning, he had an issue with it. That's why he just rehabbed the ones he had.
Damn, I'm trying to get Brookhaven right now. Okay, we got it. So many Brookhavens.
Yeah.
Don Gordito, man, hit up my email, man. Because Boston actually has some good high equity properties that I need to be paying attention right now. So there's 3 pre-foreclosures, 13 bank owns. Cool.
What side are you on now? Zillow?
I'm on PropStream.
No PropStream?
Okay, so 2114 Drew Valley Road Northeast, Brookhaven, GA, 30,319. Estimated value 834,000. No, 39,000. Pardon me. I don't see how I'm getting these things wrong. But let's look at what they bought it for. 330, 395, 300. But out of these, it seemed like the one in Drew Valley is the one that's worth 840,000, and the other one in Drew Valley is worth 560,000.
What they try to do is push it up according to the community. Once someone sells a house in the area for that price, that's what they try to actually get the adjuster to profit. Because that was the same situation with me when I was buying a house. They tried to get the adjuster to push the house up for more than the house was worth. And the adjuster came back and said, yeah, you have a 3-bedroom with a basement, just like the people down the road from you. But the difference is they have updated cabinets, they have updated windows, all the windows are double pane. Still the same, because in there, some of the windows are open up in the location over time. When the windows are hard to open up, a lot of people don't know that. That's structure issue, because the windows should be like open and shut. But over time, when you have foundation issues, when one side of the house starts leaning, that's where it's hard to jack up the windows. Like all the tricks in the trade, man. See, that's why it's best to get a inspector. They'll find all that out. A good inspector, if you don't have an inspector that goes on your roof or offers mold treatment, duct work, because a good inspector has the heat temperature readers that they can go in the house, blow your AC, blow your heat, and figure out what area is getting the most heat drain. One of my partners, he got a brand new house built, and little did he know all his AC was going into his attic, because the people who built the house were tacking the roof, went straight into his AC ducts. So all the AC was blowing into his attic on the 3rd floor. He actually got 3 units in his property. But all the AC was going straight up on the 3rd floor. All the heat was going to the attic. So, he would always have these cold, the first winter was so cold, even with the heat on blast, he would just barely get enough heat. So he had an inspector come out and found that out, because that was the craziest thing. He had a brand new house built. So they had their own inspectors, and they do this. They make you sign off on it. You have their inspector, which come out and they inspect. So what good is it for you? They're working in the builder's benefit, not for you. That's why a lot of times they go to financing. They want you to finance through their company versus financing through another company. They give you good incentives though. But the crazy thing is like all the other stuff that comes with it.
Yeah. Like she said, man, your best bet is to use your own as opposed to the seller's agent. But the address I'm gonna look up. If you want to take some strain off of your computer, I can share my screen.
All right, for sure. Please.
Okay, I'm gonna do it the same way. I'm just gonna share my whole screen. So let me know when you're ready. It's up.
All right, for sure. Let me. Okay. All right. For sure. I see your screen right here. Boom.
All right. So this, ironically enough, is a property I was going to go buy in Brooklyn. Now, when it was listed, so it sold in 2018 for $835. The asking price when I was going to buy it was $850,000, and I negotiated it down to $810,000. We ended up getting close to closing, but never purchased because there was a problem with the down payment. So the down payment was supposed to be about $80K, and I was about 15,000 short. I had about $65K. But this is the property, and these are the pictures on Zillow, right? But as a realtor myself, what I tend to do is I tend to do video walkthroughs. So let's take a look here. You guys seeing the screen? So yeah. Again, 664, and at the time it was 855, 64 Pennsylvania Ave. And just so you know, wow, yeah, this StreamYard does suck up a lot of your energy.
I told you.
Jeez. Right. So again, you guys see 664 Pennsylvania Ave, Brooklyn, New York, 11207. This is what I do as a realtor, because I don't like to take people out who don't have the money. If you can't show me you're pre-approved, I'll send you a YouTube video.
Yeah, those are time wasters, man.
Yeah.
Time wasters, man.
But this is the basement. And these are all pictures that you're going to see. They look just like the pictures on Zillow. But I always do a walkthrough, because it's not exactly that they're wasting time. You got to understand. I understand. This is a big purchase for people. Most people ain't. The biggest purchase they will ever make is their house. Right? And most people, nobody has $100,000 just sitting there to purchase a house cash. So I can understand where people are like, well, I'm working my whole life. I want to make sure that this is
664 Pennsylvania Avenue.
What it is.
Ask is 855.
So this is the basement. And since we're here, Real Deal, I'm going to give you a little bit of what I do when I'm looking up the New York properties, which is why the property that you sent to me, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll get on it this week.
Cool.
The bathrooms.
For sure, man. That's why I rock Alonzo.
These are the bedrooms. And this is one floor. Remind you, this is a duplex with a finished basement. So the beauty of duplexes with a finished basement, if anybody's trying to get that FHA loan, this is, especially when we're looking at the African-American community, this is how you build generational wealth. So you buy this house. What we were going to do was we were going to buy this house, and me and my wife were going to live in the basement where you saw me start off, the smallest portion, right? Now, this is a 3/3. So this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and then a 3-bedroom, 2 bath. Fully renovated, washer and dryer, everything. So the rents would have been like at least $3,000 a month. The mortgage was about $5,000 a month. So 2 people paying $3,000 a month. That means that at the end of the month, I have $1,000 profit. If my mortgage is only $5,000. So I'm living here rent free. After 5 years, I can move out. And if I'm getting $1,000 a month, after 2 years, that's $24,000 liquid if you save it. That's enough to put on down payment on another property. Right? Now, this is, again, a brief walkthrough, but this is literally the property, and you'll see the same pictures on Zillow. Now they're renting it out. But they paid, if you ask me, too much, because $855, and now they're saying this is worth $900,000 on Zillow. Right? What's Zillow saying it's worth? Zillow is saying it's worth $954. When I made the offer on this property, I offered it $787,000, which was $30,000 above the most recent comps at the time. This is why it's important to have a good real estate agent, because at $787,000, they still didn't accept the offer, even though it was $30,000 higher than the most recent comps.
Gotcha.
Okay. And that was the real estate agent who was listing the property talking to my mother-in-law. I never liked this video. Let me like it.
And for y'all that need to be able to be watching right now, y'all need to be liking it and be able to come up on the panel.
Yeah.
Cash App or something, man. You know, if y'all ain't gonna, because I have a lot of shadow watchers, man. And it's really sad because they don't email me, they don't Cash App me, they don't even come up on the panel, but they shadow watch me because they take a lot of the talking points from you, Lonzo. Because you haven't said nothing about life insurance. Well, they haven't said nothing about life insurance since you came in the scene.
Well, most people don't know about, so many people don't know about life insurance. It's insane. Let's look at, actually, while I'm at it, let's look at a few more properties that I've got, that I had. So this is an apartment. And these are all unlisted on my YouTube. I used to use my YouTube for my real estate purposes. So if you'll see, most of these are unlisted, just because I don't leave my real estate up there anymore. This one I do have up there. This is 1301 Herkimer Street. So actually, it's now been renovated. Let's take a look at it. Give me 1 second. Yeah, StreamYard really does drain your battery. Jesus.
Telling you. Make you look slow when you're not even nowhere close.
Yeah, I'm
like
that.
This shit will lag for 2 or 3 minutes if you don't refresh.
I'm like, wow. Yeah, wowzers. This is just a lagging.
Open house, 1301.
So
Herkimer.
I want you guys to see 1301 Herkimer. And then if you've ever you seen $1 million listings?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna show you a property that's owned by Ryan Serhant. Well, not owned, but ran by Ryan Serhant, who
big wig with a lot of money.
He's not that big of a wig. He's
YouTube make everybody look big.
Well, yeah. So I want you guys to see 1301 Herkimer Street. Let's do it on. I should do it on Street Easy. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Street Easy's bugging. Let's look at it on Compass. Now let's look at it on Zillow, because most people are familiar with Zillow. So now they've renovated the property, right? And now they're saying the property is worth $1.23 million, but it's off market. Now, when I had this property, it was going for less than $700,000, right? Let's see if I can take a look at some of these pictures. So they've renovated this property drastically, right? Oh, yeah, they did a lot of renovation on this. So with this garbage renovation that they did, and you'll see it's a garbage renovation when you see the property, basically increased the value of this property $600,000. So let's look at my channel here. Again, at the time I had the property, they were asking $661,000. As of today, they're telling you it's worth $1.23 million. Right? 1301 Herkimer Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11233. 1301 Herkimer Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11233. You ready for this? And this is why I deal with New York real estate.
Open house, 1301 Herkimer Street. a foreclosure property. Needs a lot of work.
Black mold. This property was fire damaged.
Okay.
Wow. So this is a gut job. Pardon me. But the size is beautiful. And this is just the ground level. Backyard access. Again, there's going to be a lot of rehab that needs to be done to this particular property. Beautiful backyard. Lots of potential. Just know, it is a gut job.
Yeah, it's a gut job.
That is amazing. How the hell 600,000 in equity just reappeared?
I might as well.
So that's the basement. So technically, this is a 4-family.
Okay.
Nice basement.
Because you can renovate the basement as a livable space. And there's a lot of foreign investors who go there. This is why in 2017, I was working with the Asian market. This is why the Asian market was able to get the Asian hate crime bill, because a lot of people in real estate knew that Asians were coming to buy real estate.
Ability to actually put another unit in the basement.
Vidéo téléphone, c'est pas focus, t'as toujours ton téléphone machin, l'autre on peut télécharger. Il dit si je peux, je peux voir si je mets les avant ou
That was my French clients.
I'll call you.
Yes, yes, for next.
Oh, geez. Okay, StreamYard. Wow. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what happened. It froze. Okay, let me close some of these windows, see what happens. Sheesh. No? Well, it just froze on me. Wow. Experiencing interruptions. Find out why. What happened to my internet? What's going on here? Why did it freeze? All right. Not sure what happened there.
For anybody that wants to come up on the panel, It's an open link, open business link. If anybody needs any direct questions, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. And also book a consultation with Lonzo as well. Lonzo Hall, the all-star advisor. Link in with him.
Plug in, man. We doing big things. We setting up businesses. We doing it all, y'all.
We trying to get leads, baby. We trying to get all the leads. Because this tsunami comes in, people are going to be in a tough spot, meaning that there's a lot of spreads out. Because now I'm more engaged in New York than anything. Because when I saw that aspect, I can potentially, if I can get everything sealed in, $200,000 assignment fee.
Yeah.
I said, oh, man, let me focus on what's New York. I need to get New York literate. So for anybody that comes in on the panel, click on the link, man. Open panel.
Let me show you this, actually. Since this page is bugging, 1325 Herkimer Street, right? 1325 Herkimer Street, right? The Hill, 1325 Herkimer Street. Nest Seekers is who your buddy Ryan Serhant works for now.
Gotcha.
Okay. And this is his exclusive listing, The Hill at Herkimer. Now, this used to be, you see Rockaway Ave, this used to be the hood. This is where you heard the whole Wu and Cho beef that's going on between Gangster Disciples and Crips in East New York. Well, this is right around the corner. I lived literally across the street from this. This used to be a church that they destroyed and built into luxury condos. The condos start at $399 to $850. 1325 Herkimer Street. Don't believe me? Here we go. 1325 Herkimer Street, right?
Gotcha. I'm already writing this down.
One of these apartments. Let's just check out one of the condos. Because I was going to buy one myself. But let's just check this out. And again, real deal, this is a way that I would recommend all people who are working in real estate do. Because now you don't have to go out and show 17 times.
Herkimer Street.
Wow, come on, YouTube. What's going on? So these are what they look like inside. And this is staged. So this is all, you know, set up to look like what it would look like as they lived in space.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. These were like 600,000 to 700,000. All right. Now, this is the finished product. I tend to work with developers personally, so I get to it before it becomes a finished product. I get to it here. Right? Actually, we'll just do this one. This is where I get to it. Oh, shit. Hold on. So I usually get to it. Why is, damn it, YouTube going so slow?
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, this StreamYard really does suck a lot of energy. Wow. Okay. Give me 1 second here. This is like moving the slowest I've ever seen it move. What in the world? What kind of energy is StreamYard taking?
It sucks up a lot of energy, bro. Like it will literally trip out in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, because I'm like, I usually don't take this long to load up a YouTube video.
Nah. But watch when you get off StreamYard and it be all fine, honky dory. Salvage some of my energy.
Wow.
Man, yo, can you get on? Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna give you the login to PropStream, and you can use your real estate expertise.
I won't need PropStream. I'll show you what I use.
Okay.
For New York. I mean, I can definitely use it. I definitely would recommend using it for the skip traces and stuff. But I'll show you what I use for New York City real estate. That's a lot faster. Well,
Shit, put me on game. Shit, put me on game because I need somebody that's New York literate. Because I look at the addresses of New York and literally take it face value instead of understanding the area nuances and shit like that. Because we was looking at East Bronx and I didn't realize that anything that's East Bronx from my research.
Wants to be there. I'll tell you honestly, when you're looking at New York City, if you hear the Bronx, ignore it. Nobody wants to be in the Bronx. Like it's the Bronx is the pits, unfortunately, for right now, because obviously, things are going to change. Geez, I got
Broke Genius, come up on the panel. Broke Genius, come up on the panel. Rashid, come back up on the panel. Yeah. And Broke Genius, you was supposed to bid book a consultation, big homie. My email is creditbuilder475@gmail.com. I need you when it comes to Chicago real estate, Broke Genius, because you in Chicago. I need a Chicago bear dog.
I got a broker in Chicago.
Matter of fact,
he's
even
got
better.
23 miles of waterfront property that's supposed to be going.
Do we have pre-foreclosure lists? Does he hold those type of lists? Pre-MLSs?
I'm sure he does.
Man, we need to have a conversation, man. We really need to have a conversation.
This whole video, but this damn YouTube is going mad slow. I'm so mad.
Dez.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, fam? What's up, Lonzo? What's up, Real Deal?
Salute. What's going on, brother?
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm familiar with. I've been familiar with you guys for 2 years. I know Lonzo from Sir Isms, Mace Taggers, Real Deal from Mills channel, Teapots. So yeah, I just wanted to come up here and say what's up. About it.
Oh, good.
I'm not really into the stocks. Or the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'd rather just sit in the chat and just listen on the real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not into Bitcoin either. Don't worry.
See, Lonzo be getting my ass for that. See,
yeah, I'm definitely.
Lonzo be saying, "Man, this is not fundamentally sound."
Yeah.
But real estate is something that I would like to get into at some point. So, if one keeps listening to it, habitually.
Des, email me. Des, email me and Lonzo, man.
Yeah. So this is
okay. I see your name down in the chat.
All right, for sure.
And this, like I said, this is it's only 5 floors, but it's a low. So they call it a low-rise building. But I went from the basement to the top of the roof of this property. Like it says, elevator, roof deck, fitness facility, laundry room. Here we go.
And how many floors in total?
What's going on here? Hold on. Well, I'm trying to get the YouTube video to play.
Well, question.
Okay.
While you're getting the YouTube video to play, what would you recommend for someone that works a 9 to 5 to get into purchasing their first home or house or apartment complex? I heard Ramil mention wholesale real estate.
That's what I do.
So
okay,
I'm a licensed realtor, and what Real Deal and Ramil are not about to like what I'm about to say. Don't waste your time wholesaling. It's a convoluted game. There's way too many people in it, and it's not all it's cracked up to be. You'll have a few people who will make a few dollars, but for the most part, wholesaling it's kind of like being a rapper, right? Or being a basketball player. Just because you nice on the court or at the Y, don't mean you nice against people who really does this. You know what I mean? But what I would recommend in purchasing your first property is, number one, don't look at your forever home anytime soon. Okay? The rule of thumb is have 4 doors before you buy yours. It's actually one of my 10 cash commandments. I'm gonna actually restart that series. The 10 cash commandments. I used to do it to the Biggie 10 crack commandments song. And you know, one of those commandments is have 4 doors before you buy yours. So the goal is buy a multifamily property to start with. Hopefully it has a basement. And if it has a basement, how old are you? Are you in your early 30s?
I'm 40.
Okay, you're 40.
Yeah.
So thug it out for a couple years, 3-4 years, right? And then by the time you're 43, 44, you've got an income producing property because you thugged it out in the basement for 2-3 years, living rent free, while your tenants ended up paying your mortgage and sometimes a little above, so you had money to save. And then you can go look for your next property.
Okay, yeah, because I got a family house, like sort of like donated to me. I do want to like get into townhomes, multi-family homes, single-family homes. I feel like the area has a lot to do with your success in real estate. Like, does it have public schooling around such and such? Does it have access to YMCA's? You know. So I mean, right now I'm driving trucks, pretty much building capital. I want to be able to put a large amount of money down before I purchase my first property. So
why?
That's where I'm at. Oh, I don't know
You
why.
want to put a large down payment with? Now I'm lost. So you said you wanted to put a large down payment?
Or
you don't have to do that.
Okay, why not?
You can leverage that elsewhere. Your capital allocation. If if your hard money lender is gonna say 35% down, you need to find another lender. You need to find another lender, bro.
Okay, let's say one has poor credit, like 720 or 680 or something.
Well,
and they'll be denied mostly by lenders.
No, you won't.
Okay,
bro. Do you know the credit score you need to have to qualify for a mortgage?
No.
580.
580? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's easier
why
to qualify
is that?
for a mortgage than it is to qualify to rent a home. The reason why, where are you going to go? Where are you going to hide that house if you don't make your payments? Where you going to hide it from the bank?
My main problem
pick up the house and move it? That's why they give such a low credit rating.
Fixated on.
Sorry, go ahead. You're borging out a bit, bro.
Oh man, you borging. Des.
Drop out. Let me drop out and come back in.
No, you good now.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna. Perfect.
All right.
So, here's the deal with the down payment. If you're looking at, because a lot of people do this. Oh, well, I'll put more on the down payment to make my monthly payment lower. Unless you got hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's not going to make a difference. $20,000 in mortgage equates to about $10 to $20 a month in payment. So if you put this large down payment, you might save yourself $50 or $100 a month. But now you've exited a lot of this liquidity. What people don't know about their mortgages is there's a couple things. One, you can pay off your mortgage early by just doing one extra mortgage payment a year. So instead of paying 12 monthly payments, you pay 13 payments in 1 year. Number two, you can actually, and this is why I don't understand why people refinance, you can buy points down on your mortgage, which would be much more valuable than saving that money and putting it on a lump sum down payment. Because that same $20,000 that you're spending for that down payment, that's just going to lower your bill $10 to $20, you can just buy a whole percentage point away from your loan. Does that makes a lot better sense? So instead of 5%, now it's 4%. Instead of 4%, now it's 3%, so on and so forth. Does that make sense?
Way better.
Yes, it makes a lot of sense.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Make your shit cheap.
So I'm gonna play this video.
But I got 5%. I got 5% battery life. I'm gonna email you real deal, let you know my situation, and I'll purchase that book, or I'll look into that book that you dropped down in the chat. I appreciate you guys for letting me up. Salute to you, fellas.
Please email me. Please email me so me and Alonzo can properly analyze your situation. All right, big dog?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Okay.
Salute.
I'll be in the back watching.
Open panel. It's an open panel. Anybody wants to come up? Anybody have any questions for me, Rashid, and Lonzo? Come up, because the beautiful part about it is with me and Lonzo is we don't have to agree.
Right.
Because I know there's a lot of stuff that Lonzo want to bite my head off about.
Oh man.
I know there's a lot of stuff that he wants to bite my head off a lot, but at least with me, I will actually give you guys the option when it comes to analyzing stuff. I give you the option to be able to say, here's the information, don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
Analyze it for yourself.
The crazy part, what Alonzo was just talking about, is so many people think that, buying down your rate is better. It's like with when you go buy a car, the average person will try to put more on the down payment or try to get their payments lower versus just trying to get the price of the car to get lower. So over time, you think you're doing yourself a service, like, yeah, man, I just got the car payment dropped to where I'm only paying $350 a month. All they're doing is you say you want to take $100 or $200 off the payment of the car. All they're going to do is just tack it to the loan. So they'll just extend your loan out for more years, and you don't notice because all you seeing is you paying $300 a month. But that's why I was talking to this guy. This guy was paying on a truck. And when he told me he's making payments for 8 years, I was like, what in the world? I was like, dude, like, don't you know that by the time that with the first 3, everybody always knows after 3 years, that's when you start having complications with vehicles. They're good for the first 3 years. Nothing's wrong. Then you might having little oil leaks. You might have certain things. They have documentaries showing that these car companies will literally drive these cars before they come out just to see what things that they can improve or they can default on for you to pay for down the line. And that's the same thing with buying a home. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of these brokers and different companies, they do as well. Just like I told you about that incident about the freaking car. Like that's I mean the incident about that guy buying that tiny house, that's a small fraction of what they really do in the industry.
Oh yeah.
Small fraction. Even when you was talking about the guy wanting to put on a large down payment, you could take majority of that money and actually put it on another property or something versus trying to, just throw all that money at them, and all they're gonna do is just take the money. They're gonna say appreciate you. They're gonna knock, like you said, $50 off of your payment when you could be putting that money towards something else.
Yeah.
But like you go on to with the video.
No problem. So this is 1325 Herkimer. This is before they finished renovating. Luckily, I was able to get with the agent Nick, who works with Ryan Serhant, and get a preview into the property, kind of like they do on $1 Million listings. This is why you see my colleague here, one of my guys, wearing that hard hat.
It's on that side. Right there, the big shot. Yeah, no, this always. It's nice and warm in here. Nice.
This is good. This is our model unit. What you see here, same kitchen, same appliances, same everything. The flooring is gonna be the same. So, what's this one? What's what?
That's your washer dryer.
That's where your hot water heater is gonna go.
Oh.
Next to it is a washer dryer.
Because I seen the
Yes.
trap on the floor.
No,
It has to have somewhere. to
Correct.
to go, yeah.
Correct. And then that's where your washer dryer would be. And then over here, this is, since you have a common closet, this is all open. So if you wanted to design it
Sorry.
if you wanted to design it yourself with like shelves or anything like that, they left it open. If you want to put sliding doors, I'm sure you could do that as well. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Love the kitchen.
Your refrigerator is Fisher and Paykel. You do have Samsung appliances as well.
Okay.
This kitchen is imported from Germany. It's German made.
Okay.
As far as this sink, where the faucet is, I forgot the brand name. It's not really a belt.
That's fine.
It's not a Delta or more?
I don't remember offhand.
Okay.
I have it written down. I don't have it on in memory right now.
That's fine.
Cabinets, yeah. This is where your dishwasher is located. Samsung.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. And it's Samsung?
Samsung. Samsung dishwasher. Samsung stove. No, Samsung
Microwave.
microwave.
Okay.
This should be Fisher Paykel. Microwave.
So
Okay.
all luxury amenities.
Question, with smart home capabilities, are they smart? Because that's like a huge new, I guess you don't have to really worry about that in the condo. I know, just as far as like the appliances, are they looking, because I know a lot of people.
So I know the Samsung does have the smart refrigerators.
Okay,
I don't think that's this.
okay. That's fine. Listen, for the test market area right now,
I mean, Fisher and Paykel, they are a good brand.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I'm gonna,
the smart refrigerator is a cool feature.
right.
So this would be considered a one-bedroom unit?
This is a one bedroom. This is
Okay.
584 square feet.
Okay. That's a nice sized bedroom.
Very comfortable on the street.
Right over here across the hall, it's on the third floor, so you see two bedrooms and that. And then on the other end, on this side of the building, you have two bed, one bath. And then everything else is one bedroom.
Okay. So, listen, I've been pushing this kid for at least a year.
It's older than us.
He probably is.
That's a good thing, by the
I'm
way.
not.
I've been pushing this kid for a while now. Like, listen. So then I got my license, and then I'm like, okay, come on. So,
Well, here's the one thing about this building.
Mhm.
Okay, I can tell you guys this. We're going for the 421A.
Okay.
Not the new one, the old one.
Okay.
So it's my job to sell this building out in the first year. If I do that, you get the 421A.
Okay.
I don't remember how many years, I think it's a 25-year tax abatement.
Okay.
So whatever the taxes are, once I'm able to release that to you, if the building does get approved for the 421A, it'll be reassessed for whatever it is.
Okay.
So if we don't get it, then I've been talking to the owner about having maybe the first 5 years of the taxes, 50% of it, given back to you as a credit.
Okay.
I've been talking to him about it, he's open to it. We haven't finalized on it yet, so let's say the taxes for the first 5 years, just throwing a number, 10 grand. First 5 years, 5,000 will be given back to us as a credit. So if we don't get the 421A, he's willing to compensate you something, you know what I mean? Because taxes, I mean, listen, it's a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
but the taxes aren't that bad from what I've
I
seen.
guess I can.
Until it's approved,
All right. So that actually, we were talking about tax abatements, which is something that's a little different when we're looking at. So basically, you got a tax credit for living in this property because it was in a low income neighborhood, which was historically black, but they've changed it. And actually, I'll show you my old property that just sold in Brooklyn. That is literally around the corner from this. And this is the house that I lived in. Actually, let's look at the street view so you can see how close I lived to. And this went for $838, the house that I lived in. So this is the house I lived in, 7 Monaco Place. Okay. Now, if you look at the proximity from 7 Monaco Place to 1325 Herkimer, if we walk up the street here, turn left, this is where 1325 Herkimer is. This was the church, and this was while they were in the process of building it. Okay? So if you go over here, and you hear about 22 G's and Pop Smoke, they're off Atlantic Avenue, which is right here. Okay? So this is where I lived. This is Atlantic Avenue, where 22 G's and Pop Smoke are all fighting with each other here in East New York. Okay, there's also another property, 1301 Pleasant Place. This right here. And I have this property listed too. Okay. Now, what I want to show you, real deal, this actually got renovated. It doesn't look like this anymore.
Okay.
But let's do this. Give me 1 second here. Oh, gosh. Let's do late. So this is where I go to find all the information. But again, this is the automated city registry system. This is only for New York City. So damn, they've changed it. They used to be able to just search the block and lot. Dividing and merging. Here we go. Data and lot information. Wow, yeah, they've changed this a lot. There we go. We're going to look at the property you sent to me.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I had to look through my texts. Let me do it like this. Where is it? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we've got 1733. Why does this sound so familiar? Eden Wall. Is there an apartment? All right, so
man, this is a Dewey, a duplex, triplex areas, co-ops.
So I can tell you right now, I can find you the owner, who's June O'Connor. So, last time the mortgage was $675. As of April, there was a memorandum of contract. So let's take a look at that. So it was basically sold from June O'Connor to MCBRX LLC, which is a property management company in Brooklyn. They were looking to purchase this, but here's what I was saying. So they filed this document, which is Department of Finance, Office of their City Register. So this is a memorandum of contract. So basically, they were putting the property in contract. On this 10th of February 2020, between Jane O'Connor and MCBRX LLC, valuable consideration. Oh, so they did a deed purchase. So do you know June or do you know the owners of the property?
We know the owners of the property.
Okay, so you know MRBX LLC or whatever they are.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And they're trying to offload the property?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're tired of it.
See something here, because what I may be able to do is this. I have, that's not the right document. Hold on. Is it here? No. Real estate docs. Here we go. So I am also affiliated with a property management company.
Okay.
I'm just bringing up our corporate seal. So Reaching Realty LLC is my property management company. Okay. And as you can see here is our corporate seal. So you know that we're an actual company. So what I can possibly do is buy this off of them. Okay.
Because she works as a history teacher, at Garvey School.
Okay.
At the Garvey School nearby.
And then, ironically enough, so as you guys know, Prudential, which is a life insurance company, was also a real estate company, which now they call Douglas Elliman, but it's still Prudential. But yeah, I can get with your people, and we can make some moves happen.
Thank you. Finally, somebody from New York is helping me. Everybody else pretty much been, all right, B. I'll get to you later, B. And then Cameron voice. All right, B. Later, B.
Yeah, man, that's how it is. Hey, B, you know what I'm saying? Because this property personally it's the work that needs to be done is more than most of the time people are willing to do. That's why I asked you last time. I said, do you know who the owner is or who has control? So
we know
go ahead.
We know by off the strength of my girl. Like, she pretty much knows these people tooth and nail, the company. Now, June O'Connor, no. Now, we just want to be able to assign this bad boy to the cash buyer. That's the only thing we need to do now. The cash buyer is willing to spend up to $900,000 in the Bronx. I don't know for, but that's just in his nick. That's just what he wants to do. So
listen, bro, if you really want to get this to happen, don't waste your time doing an assignment because he's not going to pay you. You have to have a licensed realtor. I'm telling you the way it actually goes. That's why I tell people not to waste their time wholesaling. Because when you deal with a lot of these small hats, they're going to screw you. They're going to go, okay, thanks for the deal. Here's $2,000, $5,000. Assignment, pata. You don't have a real estate license. It's illegal for me to even pay you this. You'd better be lucky I give you $1,000. And
gotcha.
Yeah.
See, down south is way easier. Down south seems to be way motherfucking easier.
For example, 1325 Herkimer that I showed you, or 1301. The purchaser of that property, I had a homeboy who was doing the wholesaling. He ended up cutting me out the deal because he found out that they were going to pay me $50,000. When he cut me out the deal, because I had my real estate license, that's why they were going to pay me $50,000 because it was 6% of the sale. Gotcha. He was like, well, I'm going to cut you out. And when he cut me out, they ended up not paying him. Why? Because he didn't have a real estate license. He was just a wholesaler. So they were like, oh, yeah, you're not licensed. You're nobody. Get the fuck out of here. We might give you $1,000 as a finder's fee. But
because only how that one situation that happened like that, only thing that saved in my ass was the NDA. The NDA that I had the seller to sign with me. That's the only how. That's the only how that saved my ass. So he's not lying. He's not lying. That's why I don't bark at Lonzo, man. I let the man speak. I let the man be able to present on why you should be able to do certain things or tag team. Because all my New York deals, I don't care if Lonzo get 30%, 40%, or 50%. Everything that's pretty much going to New York, New Jersey, and Maryland, and Chicago as well, I need to go through Lonzo. And salute to Joe W. in the chat.
Man, anything that's going on in America, you need to go through Lonzo. Now, listen. But listen, brother, I do have a couple of things to get to, so I got to make a quick run. If you're on in a little bit, when I come back, I'll hop back up. All
right, no problem.
All right, brother.
All right, salute to you, man. I appreciate you, man. We gonna call, and don't charge me for the call, man.
Listen, man, I won't charge you for this one, but the next one I got to charge, and the price of today is not the price of yesterday, but your price is stayed the same. Your price never goes up.
All right, for sure, man. That's the only thing I need to know.
Yeah, your price never goes up. Listen, you came, and you also inadvertently brought me a client.
Yes.
Because we did some business that day, and I actually need to come back and do some more business with you on that end, but we'll take care of that in the near future. Okay. And I actually wanted to check. I'll actually text him and see how everything went Friday. Because like I said, man, I just been in vacation mode, and I almost don't want to get back from vacation mode because I was, my anniversary.
Man, I know, man. On the phone with you, man. You all snipey and shit, nigga. What you want? I'm playing with you.
I was, man, but that's because the wife was looking at me like, "Hey, what you doing? Getting on the phone? This our anniversary. You ain't supposed to be on YouTube or nothing."
Hey, man, but Lonzo, once again, man, I appreciate you, man. When it comes to this, you're really giving me a better perspective when it comes to real estate investing and hiring my investor IQ, because we always got to build up. And like he said, man, he don't challenge you to challenge you, man.
I challenge you to challenge you. Accept that challenge. Salute.
Salute, Lonzo. We'll talk. But yeah, man, when it comes to this, man, we just have to at least get everything organized when it comes to who is your representative. Because like he said, in New York, wholesale real estate or signing contracts, double closes maybe. But like he said, everybody is shrewd. It's all outdoors. So when it comes to wholesale real estate, it works for me in the South and it works for me in Arizona. See, but being a realtor has its perks too. That 6%, that's like 50,000 in New York. But 6% in like Kansas somewhere, that might be only $2,000 or $3,000. So people should just always get the understanding of what's going in your market, analyze it, look at data, surface around who is in the area, who is, how can I say, the experts in that location, and just be able to figure out the best way you can, because really these markets is moving very rapidly. Upwards and downwards, it's moving rapidly, because I'm just on the proponent of getting ready, having my cold callers ready, having my marketing team ready, and also bringing on other people as well when it comes to this real estate niche. Because there's money for everybody, man. We got about $140 trillion in real estate properties in this country. And I'll repeat that again, $140 trillion in property. So that means Beyonce house, Diddy house, and everybody that owns an apartment building and lives in apartment buildings valuations. So, when it comes to this, people just need to understand that, your market is pretty much key. If you're not working with the builders in the area, work with the hedge funds in the area. If you're not working with the hedge funds in the area, work with the realtors in the area. Because like Lonzo said, man, wholesale real estate is not applicable for every part of the nation. You're going to really need somebody that is extremely desperate. Extremely desperate and is literally hurting in a tough spot. That's why I say we get those code violation lists. But Lonzo is a man of his word. Me and him both helped our clients when it comes to credit repair on my end and getting the insurance on his end. Plus, I'll send deals to people. I'll send deals to any and everybody that gets onto my email right now. Literally. Because people need to take advantage, man. It's going to be to the point where you're going to be more informed on my channel, while everybody in the real world that you pretty much see, hang out with, kick it with, talk to, or just on the phone with, even your family, is going to be like, damn, what happened? Well, real deal, Ben told you. Because really, I already know what my plan is. You pretty much hear at least parts of the plan on this panel. And for anybody that's coming in, please click on the link. Please click on the link. If you have any questions, any commentary, click on the link, open panel, join the panel, click on that link. But yeah, Joe W, yeah, 6% is a good little lick in New York. 50K piece, yeah. Because really, we're just trying to structure these contracts where the seller can be able to sell us for 170 and we can assign it for 220 to the cash buyer with a comp of 310. So that's how we usually work out the numbers down south, because Alpharetta, Marietta, those places as well. So I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully PropStream doesn't give me no problems. Don't give me no issues, and we can pretty much look at what's going on in this area as well. Because I like Lonzo because he challenges me, man. I like people that challenge me in the right way, where it's not on malice, it's more of the strength of analysis, because we can't get the analysis wrong. We cannot get the numbers wrong, man. Too many black people, or too many black people in general, man. We get the numbers wrong, and that's what be whooping our ass when it comes to this gentrification, development, mega development stuff. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. When it comes to that, man, I'm fixing people's credit. Lonzo does the insurance policies. And now we're trying to get the people that I fixed their credit a couple months ago into getting these deals so they can get ready for January and February. And respect to Keystone, man. Keystone, get at me, man. You already got my personal line, man. And for anybody that wants to come up. But yeah, man, we just trying to at least have a scenario of people take financial literacy serious, because that's the true slavery. That's the stuff where people like Diddy, when it comes to the music industry, sign this record label industry person for a $2 million 5-album deal with renewals, auto renewals. So pretty much they're gonna re-sign you intentionally over and 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 over. So pretty much you're pretty much a perpetual slave, and that's because of contracts. People need to understand the concept of contracts, because if you're a person where I'm not going to listen to that, or I got people to look over that, those are going to be the people that gets you at the end, because you don't understand the aspect of what an audit is. Even if you do have people that's scanning over your information in your books, you still need an auditor, third-party auditor, or understand bookkeeping, where you can be able to understand any type of bookkeeping tricks or type of scams that they try to pull. Understand how to be able to pay your own taxes. Understand what's going on with the property taxes in the area. You know, that's real, because if you don't, somebody's going to steal it. That's why all them athletes that you see that be looking all crazy when they get out the lawyer's attorney's office, when they find out that $40-50 million is gone, like Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis literally was an NFL player for the Washington Redskins, Denver Broncos, $20 million gone. Now he want to act like he want to kill somebody. And you see, somebody in 2004 was probably saying the same thing I was saying. Boy, you better watch out, or you better focus on your finances, or somebody's going to get people going to rip you off. The market is hot right now. My brother sold his house in Temecula, California, that he only owned for about 8 years for almost $400,000 more than he paid for it. Yeah. Yeah, man, you know, that shows you that the market is booming. You try to catch people that are in tough spots with liens. Like I look for liens, pre-foreclosures, and now I'm gonna look for bank REOs. Because like he said, Lonzo is a person that has been a veteran when it comes to real estate, but he said when it comes to REOs, maybe those are the ones that you need to wholesale and sign them contracts to them cash buyers and them hedge funds. So, you know, everybody that emails me, they already got contact with the hedge fund. So they already know what's the hedge fund's buy box, from the pricing to the square footage to what they want, where they want it at, what is the type of stipulations and type of nuances that they need. No double yellow lines. If it does have double yellow lines, send it to Luis Padilla at Cash Now Homes LLC. So when you do get these contracts under property, a realtor helps. Realtor can give you that insight. Realtor can also give you the credibility that you need as well. But I also have a hedge fund that I use their proof of funds when it comes to scrupulent or hard-nosed type of sellers. More like hard-nosed. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, man, you know, all for that dollar bill, man. So I'm going to share my screen. And if anybody wants to come up on the panel, come up. If anybody wants to donate, any contributions made is appreciated. And salute to the people that did donate. I respect everybody that did. My Cash App is $ Mr. Perfect 23G. $ Mr. Perfect 23G. So we're going to look at PropStream right now. So with Texas, if you're going to do transactional funding, you're going to need it with at least a good transactional funding person. That would be Dave Dinkle when it comes to transactional funding, because you can't use the cash buyers funds. In Texas, you're going to need a transactional funder that can at least fund the situation for 1 to 2 days. Then you can be able to collect the margin from the title company. Okay, so we have 400. Okay. So we have 4. Wow, we got a lot of liens. A lot of vacants. Okay. Free and clear. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to filter this out. Absentee owners. See if we can get any absentee owners list out of this, and we can be able to do that. If anybody wants to come up still, feel free to come up. I actually like commentary. Okay, what? I'm trying to click on the filter, so let me do this. Let's look at the pre-foreclosures and see what properties is close to auction date. Then we're going to look at the bank owns next. Then we can look at liens and vacants. Auction coming up close when it comes to these properties, or already passed. 10-5. Bring an offer. 2438 Harding Street, Dallas, Texas, 75215 zip code. Wow. How many square footage? That's 1,400 square feet. This is 1,400 square feet. Wow. Okay. Recording date 9/14/21. Okay. Okay, so their trustee attorney's name, Darian W. Stanton. That's his phone number. So I'm going to save that phone number and I'm going to call him up on an offer to see if we can at least provide something in between. Oh, if this is still available. Oh. Okay, so they try to sell it for $155. The comps in the area is $314 and the property value $157. So this, matter of fact, let me write this area down. Matter of fact, I'll write this area down because this is a potential deal. This is a potential deal, but let's look, matter of fact, let's look at the street. 2438 Harding Street. Okay, give me one moment. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. So we got the street as we see, 155. The comps in this neighborhood is 314. So they're saying these comps is 314 in this area. No double yellow line on the road, so that actually helps when it comes to certain things of what the hedge fund wants. So the comps is 314. Now this may be, you know, the grass needs to be done in all these neighborhoods. That's how you can tell this is not an HOA neighborhood, because HOA would have been got on the ass about how the grass is. They would have been got on the ass about the addressing of this grass. Like, it can't be brown like this, especially if you want it for $314,000. But yeah, these are the comps in these areas. So what you do is you try to look for anything that looks vacant or abandoned and send them a cash offer. That's the purpose of Driving for Dollars. The cheapest. Yeah, lots of money in this area. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of, because I still see wholesale real estate the king of the South. When it comes to New York, like Lonzo said, yes, you're going to deal with very smart, sophisticated investors. That's funny. He said, I need to touch it. But yeah, these are the areas. So let me copy and paste 4999 Wanda Street. And for all the people that's tuning in, please like the video and please comment on the panel. This don't look like nothing. The picture looks all good and shit, even though it looks janky. So they bought it for $62,000. The loan is $42,000. I don't know. I'd offer them a cash offer of $170,000. If it had to come down to it, $150,000. When it comes to other properties in this area that looks just like this. In this area in 2438 Harding Street. But let's look at another listing. Yeah, the HOA would have been beat their ass down. But actually, that's a good thing, because HOAs is tough for a lot of cash buyers because of deed restrictions or deed restriction when it comes to transferring a property. So that's why the title company comes in hand, or a good realtor like Zoe comes into play where he can pull up all that information. So they bought it in 2019, $452,000, $347,000 loan. But the comps is 371. And Gonzalez, let's look at the bankruptcy details. So she filed for bankruptcy. Chapter 7, discharge in 2019. Recording, no asset involved, so it doesn't pertain of the asset. But the bankruptcy is Chapter 7. That's their case number if you want some more details. Let's look at the comps. Let's see who got divorced in this neighborhood real quick. Let's see who got divorced. We got 66 comps. $30 fix comps. So these are 30 fix and flips inside this neighborhood. So let's dig deep, figure out what they get it for and what they flip it for. So they get an entry of $284,000 and they flip it for $382,000 with a gross net profit of $97,000 per flip. Sweetwater Drive. These are all the properties in Sweetwater Drive. Their purchase amount. Okay, and their flip amount. Damn. Hold on. Bingo, gotcha. So, wow. These comps is very strong. Like they get it for 375 and flip it for 600,000, got it for 472, got it for 568, 250, sold it for 504,000. So man, they're making some good net profits. Let's see. I want to see the MLS details. I want to see the seller info so I can see who's the cash buyer so I can send them a deal. That's what you do as a hack to try to figure out, okay, who is the cash buyer in this area? Contact them, see what they want, see if you can give them a good pickup on an asset in a similar range because you got all the public information, so you know how much they got it for and how much they flip it for. So you really got to leverage those inside details. So I'm going to look at the MLS details. So it is an HOA property. I need to see the seller. I need to find the seller of this property. Okay. Google search this cash buyer, the fix and flipper. Okay. Crunchbase Investments. Active in technology, media, telecommunications, management. I wonder if this is the same company. Probably isn't. This company right here, Louisiana Limited Liability Company, filing date 2004. So, okay. So they're in Louisiana and they're also in Austin as well. So this is a cash buyer that I will contact when it comes, skip trace to see what kind of deals that they want inside this area, send them deals. And another hack that you do is you see what it goes for. You see the comps. You see it's 500,000. You see it takes 82 days to sell in the market, 23 properties. What you do next is you look at comparables and nearby listings and see what you can possibly get. See what you could possibly get and take advantage of these opportunities per se. So let's look at the fix and flip comps. There's 15 fix and flips. Let's see how much they get it for and how much they flip it. Okay. Okay, so they get it for 300 and they sell it for 427 with a net profit of 127,000 in this neighborhood. Zero bank owned. There's 2 pre-foreclosures nearby. Okay. Okay, 275. 8630 Daytonian Ave. Okay. Hold on, I'm taking. Okay. So let's click on 8630 Daytonian Ave. When it comes to a pre-foreclosure, see what's the auction date, see what's the setup. Then I'm going to copy and paste this address to see what's in this block. Okay. This looked like something in the sticks somewhere. But it's an HOA in the woods. Wow. I didn't know HOA even had anything that's in the woods remotely, but they picked it up for $275. I wondered, was this sold already? Hold on. They live in DeSoto, Texas. Got a couple people from DeSoto. Okay. So that's the name of their attorney. Geraldine. Oh, you know this is country. Geraldine Andrews. You know this is country. Well, Geraldine, we trying to pick up your property, baby mama. We trying to figure it out. We trying to figure it out, mama, because you got a property that's in a nice neighborhood where $472,000 and the estimated value is literally $100,000 below value. If this still active, definitely need to get a good range. But it's built in 1947. That's the only drawback about this. Who owns this property? ZZMC. Skip tracing, a company. Let's look at their link properties. Let's see, do they have any other properties that you can cold call to see if they want to sell? They own 3. The loan is 513. Estimated value close to $1 million. About $408,000 in property equity. So they got properties in Abilene, Texas, DeSoto, and Dallas. They all claim to be occupied with a tenant. But I'm going to save this property and to be able to provide them a cash offer on the phone and see if we can be able to get this bad boy closed up. Because I take a chance when it comes to these situations, because shit. If I don't take advantage of them, somebody will. Somebody will come and swoop in and take the shit, and I'll be looking stupid as fuck. Yeah, and people should book a consultation, because that's just the information I tell you that's free. Or come up on the panel at least. Talk to your boy. Your boy be getting kind of lonely sometimes when it comes to talking about this shit by myself. But it's cool. It's cool. You know, people book a consultation, people get their credit repaired, people get deals sent to them without even asking when it comes to me. So really, email me at creditbuilder475 at gmail.com. You got my email. Click on the link. The link is an open panel. I done ran out of beer. So I got to do this with a dry tongue. Yeah, Double C. I'm just trying to be able to make sure that you know on what is the protocol when you research these properties, man. We literally are ahead of the curve. We are literally ahead of the curve, man. We cannot afford people to miss out on at least understanding on what can you do. Don't be a victim around here. But let's look at some liens. Let's look at liens in this area. So what I do, so we pretty much already found a cash buyer. We saw the neighborhoods in this specifically. Yes. This will be a comp. So I use this neighborhood for comps. So you use neighborhoods for comps. Even if it's not a deal for this property per se, you still need to be able to leverage the neighborhood because, you know, the neighborhoods can be 400, 500,000 properties, people that got the properties in the 90s that need to sell. Okay, so 3939 Wilder Street. 3939 Wilder Street, Dallas, Texas, zip code 75. What's the zip code again? 75215. Their loan is $66,000. They bought it for $85,000. The neighborhood only goes for $94,000. Sabrina McCray, that's her name. Tax information. So she paid a G in taxes. So she paid $1,000 in taxes in 2021, paid $900 in 2020. Okay, so in 2018, her taxes was $250. But this tax assessment was $9,000. Now it then shot up to $41,000. So something about this area that made the comps blow up like this. Because this is definitely not a deal. Seller financing, yes. Subject to, yes. You can definitely do a subject to on something similar like that. Granted, if the rents. So let's look at the rents. They say $1,000. I think it's $700, bro. I'm not going to take that fully face value, but I think it's like $700 when it comes to the rent. $700 to $800 for rent, but you know, that's where you got a realtor to come in, do the research. So these people are buying it at 97, only flipping it for 130. That's only $31,000 profit. That ain't good enough. We need to find something for 15 if these properties is this low. So let's look at 3627 York Street. Wait a minute. No, let's look at 3719 Jamaica Street. It's a land. No problem. No problem. No problem. It's land. Cool. And for all the people that's coming in, please get the likes up. Please join the panel. Please feel free to join the panel and give your perspective. Your 2 cents does matter here because your 2 cents can lead you to some money. Because the only thing you need to do is figure out where they're building at and send them the deal. Send them the deal. So this is land. Oh, goddamn. Okay. So these must be millionaire homes in this area. So these must be multi-million-dollar homes for the comps to be that big. So let's look at the fix and flip comps to see who is fixing them and who is flipping them. Okay, so we got 57 comps. Okay, so we got 70 fix and flips in the area. Okay. So let's go from the lowest to the highest. Okay. Okay, so this is where, okay, 442 Spring Ave. They claim that's 4 million, but I don't see how really true that is. $181, $187, $174, $163, $131, $125. So it's really hard to tell when it comes to the comps, but I would say $180 safely. I wouldn't sell it no higher than $180 if I want to be able to get this thing off my hands. Okay. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel, feel free to come up on the panel. I am literally about to retire for the day or come back on later if I'm done with all my stuff and with my clients. Plus, I got leads. I got motivated sellers to contact as well. Plus, these deals that I was analyzing, right? We was live with you, so I do multitasking as well. So really, if anybody needs to get in contact with me ASAP, creditbuilder475@gmail.com for credit repair. If you guys wanted me to talk about stocks or give you a stocks list, cool. But I really want to get people's credit repair, business credit, and real estate preferably. But I still will be able to help with anybody. I still will talk to people, 24/7 access to me. So literally, when you book the consultation, you can literally make sure that you have direct access to me. Plus, Lonzo, he helps when it comes to insurance policies, annuity plans. So you could be able to get some consistent cash flow on just making sure that you find properties and deals and get access to more policies. No problem. Salute to you, man. Thank you for your contribution, your donation as well. So anybody needs to get in contact with me, creditbuilder475@gmail.com. I am Real Deal Financial, and I'm out. Peace.